Alright, I know this has no relation to our game, but I feel like this would be helpful, not only for myself actually, but just for any situation, whether you're in a 1v1, a 1v2, 1v3, 1v4, 1v5. This sort of analysis is helpful for any of this. So let's take a look. This is a 2v5 situation here. I am left alive with my Killjoy. I have Spike. We're up 7 rounds on attack, so we have it going pretty good so far. The mentals of the enemy might be a little down. So our Killjoy is currently watching market, not seeing anybody though, and I am currently progressing into B. I want to split the pressure here. I don't want to go with my Killjoy at this point because we have to take 1v1s. If the enemy sees that I'm with Killjoy, then Killjoy dies, then I'm just going to get ran at. If the enemy sees that I'm with Killjoy and we get double peeked, we're probably going to lose. Killjoy has ult, but as you see soon, it's not going to matter.
She's med. She peeked out med.
Doing a little aim training. So let's analyze what we just saw for a second. Actually, let's go back for a little bit. So we just heard footsteps in male, and we see it's Reyna's footsteps. So Killjoy has fallen off, is going to not take contact quite yet. But I am pushing further into B main.
Man, our Pathfinder is insane.
We hear multiple footsteps now, and we hear both Reyna Flash and Sky Flash, so we know at least 2 are heaven now. When you're in a situation like this, it is incredibly crucial to sort of analyze and pay a special attention to audio and vision. It's very important. It gives you so much information.
Wow. And to be honest,
so my Killjoy gets a kill on Omen, is able to get out. We hear an op shot, and we know it's probably in ropes. Considering we've heard 2 male, there's no way they have a 3rd stacked in there, and they're not peeking together. So let's continue. So I push out here. I hear the Cypher cam go, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm not sure where the enemy is located. So I take a few extra seconds here, if we watch, to sort of scan heaven, see if I can get a free pick.
Last player.
Nobody peeks me. I get tagged. My best case scenario here is to jump back and remove the dart so they don't get free info. As you see, 2 enemies push me. Now this is good from their point of view as a sort of rod review for them as well, honestly. If you are getting pushed like this, or if you are on a 1v4 like this, you, as the enemy team, you never want to give the player 1v1s, especially if it's a Reyna. Especially if it's a duelist, honestly. You never want to give 1v1s because 1v1s will make the clutching experience, if you will, incredibly easy. So let's see what
They're pushed up, Harry. They're pushed
so
up.
I'm removing my dart. I hear them push up. Get ready. Nice frag. I get a comm from my friend that 2 are pushing up.
More.
And I whiffed the off shot. Didn't stop, and I got the 2nd kill. So now let's take a second. We got 2 kills from 2 pushes. The enemy is probably calming right now. Okay, don't throw. So here's what I know. I know that Cypher's util was on B, so Cypher's probably B somewhere. I haven't heard Sky Flash. I'm assuming that maybe she doesn't have one yet, or that she is too far away for her util to be useful. So I know that I have some semblance of free reign here, though I know I did not break the cam earlier, so I know that if I get spotted, it's most likely over for me. So let's see what happens. I get spotted for the cam, and what I do here actually is, instead of running, it's not a terrible idea to hold until you get pinged for the first time, your position. Because sometimes Cyphers get a little egotistical and they think, oh, I got him pinged, I'm going to swing right now. But in reality, Cypher's cam dart is really not super great except for tracking your enemy. So I hold this angle, and I notice nobody's peeking me, I get pinged. But there is something that I notice here, and you'll see in my Prefire. I notice that Cypher is not peeking. But even though I'm being pinged, I'm not getting flashed, I'm not getting dogged, I'm nothing. I'm not hearing any util, which is really sus. So I know that earlier we heard Sky male, correct? If Sky isn't using her util from male, then that means that she's from up in heaven towards me on B main. That means she's probably not there, and that means she probably pushed around. This is my thought process here. This is the relationship I'm going for with these variables in mind. So I turn Prefire, see her behind, get the free kill, and now this gives me tons of space. At this point, it's mechanics versus mechanics, and it's util versus util. Cypher's util is down. It's all been broken, and whatever has been placed is not useful anymore. So I jump away, remove the tracking dart because I don't want to give him free info.
Cover going out.
So here's what these 2 smokes do. I have a 1v1 situation. I have no idea where Cypher is. He could be on the flank too. He could be heaven, he could be CT, he could be back of sight. I have no idea. So here's what these two smokes do. These two smokes here, let's go ahead and draw on this. This blocks any vision from here, and this smoke here is going to block any sort of vision from here, from here, from here. It's going to block all of that. That's very important.
Stealing sight.
And I have my flash, and I decide to flash in the smokes. Now this is a risky play. If I was doing this sort of thing again, I probably wouldn't TP because I don't know where he is, and a play like this is kind of throwing. But I'm juiced up on confidence, juiced up on our 6-round lead, and I decided to TP in. Safe to do it after flash? More so than not. Now I've TP'd to this other side of the smoke, still no idea where Cypher is. What is optimal here is to play in the smoke. If you are in a 1v1 situation and you're on a smoke character or any sort of character that has smokes, Jet for example, one thing you can do is play in your smoke. You turn a ginormous map with multiple levels of elevation into a sphere that you have the advantage in if you're in there, because you'll see them first. As long as you don't step out on the outside and show your gun, you have a great advantage of being in these smokes. So I go in. Don't mind my friend, he's talking about Apex leggings. I fake plant. I hear shooting, and I see the reticle. It is up from above. I take a few shots. At this point, I'm kind of panicking because he can spray me down. Fortunately, he doesn't spray me down, and he stops after he hears my fake plant. So I get off bomb, and now I know he's heaven. So I take a second here to think. What is the right course of action? I'm 46 HP. I have 30 seconds left. I could either stick a plant and hope that my smokes don't go away, or hope that I don't get sprayed. Or I could fake him out again, or I could dry peek. What is most likely here is if I'm the Cypher, I'm thinking I'm ready for some sort of peek, whether it's after a fake plant or whether it's a dry peek. But I would never expect the enemy to just hold the plant, because that's just a bad idea here. Never hold the plant if you're 46 HP like this. The enemy has no idea if you don't show what you're doing, right? They don't get any additional info when planting spike. So take a second to think here. Just remember that you have 30-something seconds left in the round. Each second counts, right? It confuses the enemy.
30
and it
seconds
gives you more
left.
info.
Oh!
And I peek. So the reason I peek there is because, frankly, 46 HP, not going to stick the plant, not going to fake the plant in case I get spammed due to audio. And I peeked that because, look, I gave enough time before exiting my smoke. He doesn't know if I've backed out. So if you look where he is aiming here,
30 seconds left.
let's see, let's go here. If you look where he's aiming, he's looking over headshot box because there's a gap in the smoke. He thinks that I'm going to walk out. And so that's where he's aiming. And if I push to this left side here, then I get a free kill on this guy and I clutch the round for the team. So hopefully that gave you a little bit more insight on clutching 1v1s, 1v2s, 1v3s, 1v4s, 5s, etc. Sort of a TLDR. 1, listen for noise, listen for any sort of audio, and make sure you check your map constantly. Please check your map. It shows you where anything is. If your teammates don't comm, your map is right there for you. Number 2, do not get hasty. If you get pinged by Cypher or pinged by Sova, don't freak out. Hold the angle, trust your aim, have confidence. And number 3, if you are on the opposing side of a 1v4, never give 1v1s. 1v1s are absolutely terrible, especially to Reyna, any character that can benefit off of a kill. Giving someone a reset on their dash is just another way for them to get out, or a reset on their Phoenix Maul is another way to heal. And tip number 4, if you're a smoke character, play inside your smokes if you're in a 1v1. It gives you incredible amounts. It really cuts down on the map size and makes it so much easier for you to play around. I hope this cleared up some stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Discord. Feel free to ask me in the YouTube comments. I'm always here. I'll get notifications. I'll respond right away. I'll be doing more plays like this, but I think it's really important to look at single rounds and microanalysis, because not only can this be generalized to macro plays, but it also helps the individual. And there were a lot of times in our split game today where we were in 1v1s. We did a nice job of actually clutching up multiple 1v2s and so forth. And I think we did a lot of these principles well, but there's some stuff we can work on, stuff I can work on too. One of the hardest things is not panicking, and hopefully over time we'll get there as a team. Thank you for watching.